Hello, Ghana. Today, what are we looking at? Today, we're looking at the whole dynamics that are surrounding the Atewa forest. So, basically, today we're gonna be looking at the civil society organizations, that is, this the politics and all the dynamics that are surrounding the Atewa forest issue. So, we holistically looking at the entire brouhaha that is around the Atewa forest. So sit down, take a chill pill, let's go through this. Thanks. Basically we're gonna look at the history and we're gonna look at why people are saying, hey, some people are like, yay, we have natural resources, Satan, so we cannot be poor. Let's mine it. Let's mine this resources. While other people are saying, no, hold on. We're not gonna mine it. There are some other ways we can make good use of this natural resource. So, we are gonna look at all these issues, and at the end of the day, we're hoping that when we finish looking at the events that are unfolding and finally make our recommendation, we are hoping that you as an individual, a citizen of Ghana, and a citizen of the world at a large, what's your decision? What's gonna be your decision on this issue, so that you can go out there and support whoever you wanna support, which I hope you're gonna support the no, because I belong to. Don't mine it or use it for another purpose. Better than mine it. So we're hoping that at the end of the day, you can make your own decision. And
the Atewa forest lies about 70 kilometers north of Ghana's capital, Accra.
Okay, so it's quite significant that we take a look at the map of Ghana. First of all, we're gonna look at, if you see any blue line on the map, it means that is your lifeline. If we go by the saying, water is life, that means that these are the lifelines of every living thing in Ghana. So Atewa is located in Accra. That is the southern part of Ghana. A forest that is located in Koforidua, where it is a city, which is a city over there. So Atewa is located here, just northward of Accra, the central capital.
A large area of the range has been declared a forest reserve. These include 17,000 acres of upland and green forest, something rare in Ghana.
So let's dig down into the history of Atewa. When did the Atewa forest came to the attention of the world? In 1926, I believe, Ghana was then called Gold Coast, even before we had Dr. Kwame Nkrumah as our first president. In 1926, the forest was gazetted in the sense that it had a legal binding on it to make it a national forest reserve, period. That is the whole thing about it. Okay, in 1994, it was also accredited as a special biological protection area. So that means that a biological protection area, that means that it is conserving a lot of life. Biology. Anytime we hear the word biology, I mean, our science students can explain it better, but I think it means something to do with life. So it's a protection area. In 1995, it was also announced as a hill sanctuary, I believe because of its uniqueness that it was given this. In 1999, it also became a global significant biodiversity area, which means that it's got this whole lot of living creatures in that forest that needs to be protected for the benefit of the entire world. So talking about the entire world, as the world keeps on evolving, we've had diseases that have come up, and the cure to these diseases haven't been found. So for the global interest, we reserve these places because we believe that one day we might need to make a research there to find a cure over there that might save the world. So globally, everybody's interested in reserving this kind of places.
Atewa Forest is considered a globally significant biodiversity area. So it's a forest which has a lot of global interest, not just nationally. It's a very unique ecosystem.
Yeah, so looking at the significance of the forest, we're gonna first look at the water as a water source.
The forest functions also as a source of three rivers, River Yensu, Densu, and Brim. These rivers are important water sources for many communities living along the banks. It also provides water for a majority of residents in the eastern and Greater Accra regions.
So, as we can see, what they're saying simply is that a lot of people get their water source from the Atewa forest. So,
besides the many resources the forest provides, many communities heavily depend on the three rivers. As the river flows from the forest range, they travel through several communities that use the water for agriculture, industry, drinking water, and other daily chores.
and the poor people, not only those living around the area, but we those living far away from the area, like all those living below that horizon and depend on the water source over there, are no longer gonna get water, pure water to drink, and then life is gonna be hard. Trust me, if your lifeline is cut, if we go by the saying water is life and your lifeline is cut, it means you're no longer gonna get water. So we say no, don't do this, don't mind, let's use it for something else.
Miles downstream the Atewa Reserve, the Densu River flows into a giant man-made water reservoir, the Weja Lake.
So in a more way to get everyone to understand this is a river called Birim River, which flows all the way into the Atewa forest. This is the Atewa forest. And what happens is that when it gets into the Atewa forest, it diverts its course into two main channels. One is the Densu River and another is the Ayensu River. And all these rivers flows into Accra, and there is somewhere here or there is a dam that is constructed here that filters the water and then supplies it to the people in Accra.
At Weja Headworks, where we treat water for about half the population of Accra, about 2.5 million people. The water comes from the Weja Dam, and the Weja Dam is fed with the Densu River, which travels all the way from the Atewa forest in the eastern region to this place.
After treatment of the water at Weja, it reaches Accra, where the population depend on for their everyday water usage.
I know some people might ignorantly say, there is a lot of water here in the sea, so we don't need water. We can destroy this water and then rely on the water here. Yes, there is water here, but it is seawater, and a lot of us know that seawater is not, it can't actually be used for domestic purposes, you know. So although yes, there are technologies that can desalinate this seawater from its high concentration of iron ore, but then you need to ask yourself, as I always ask myself, yes, we might be able to desalinate this water and use for domestic purposes. But have you asked yourself, how about the animals, the other living creatures, the plants, the trees, the birds, the lively animals we have in this world? How will they get water? Are you gonna desalinate and supply to them as well? Hell no. So let's be a little pitiful and think about these creatures of God whom we live with. We must not be that greedy to think about only what matters to us. We should think about all of them. In a more realistic view, this is a part of the map of Ghana, and you can see Accra is here. It's got a big sea with a lot of water, which is actually useless until it's desalinated. So the Atewa forest is over here, and the Denso and the other river flows into Accra, and the water is treated and supplied to everybody in Accra. So a lot of people get to have water for their daily activities.
The Densu Delta marks the final stage of the river's course before it flows into the Atlantic Ocean. The delta is a Ramsay site recognized for its ecological function and home to many bird species. In the end, millions of people depend on the water the Densu River provides. The forest that holds the source to this life the Densu provides is under serious threat. Illegal logging, hunting, farm encroachment are destructive forces of the Atewa forest.
Okay, significant number 2. That is, we are looking about the ecosystem, the high priority ecosystem. I mean, Atewa is the highest priority ecosystem in West Africa. Undoubted. I mean, it's on record. It's the highest priority ecosystem in West Africa. The entire West Africa. You heard that from the phone. You can see from the video, like, it's real. That is what's a unique atmosphere in the places. That is so amazing and it's so beautiful. What kills me most, here's the catch. There are 4 species of animals or creatures in this forest. Universal body called Earth. This Earth, on this whole Earth, you can only find these 4 creatures in Atewa forest, and one of them is this beautiful butterfly. I'm so much in love with this butterfly. I love it. I mean, it's so amazing. Look at the wings and look at the color, and the name is reserved. This is the name of this butterfly. It is called a Milotis Atewa. So I mean, this is fascinating. It's amazing, and you can only find this kind of butterfly in Atewa forest. So I mean, this is precious. So assuming we get rid of this, there is nowhere on earth that you can see this again. I mean, look, it can go extinct, and your children will not get to see it. You know. And the worst thing is that there might be some disease somewhere that might, or something that might come up, and maybe the cure to that disease is in this butterfly. We don't know, So let's be thoughtful of these things. It's really important we consider that. Okay, let's look at significant number 3, which is agricultural purposes, and for both animal and crops production.
In the major cocoa season from September, October, November to December.
Soon the Lucasem Faso also my pa. Is answer Hano. You will shoot up break. Soon pa. My young family. Papi, we know the idea and say a boy and my tree Sufi, the tree Sufi, Sunim, in the water for watering.
And you basa. This heading and crampa, a be womb. And it's now one more bang.
Finally, we're just gonna look at the minerals. I mean, it's not only bauxite that is in Atewa. There is also gold, and obviously some mining activities are already going on there. I mean, some galamsey has been there and it's been so troubling to control.
Some the machines are special and no move to go do. Into a man now might be able to feel now be famous. Now I cocosa. Eja, ye nisika ye niko suku. Enti ye ni bibi enti men kan omoshe. E na omo yo omadwuma said you musipe.
And that was, and I wonder why the government is not really haven't paid attention to that. I mean, galamsey is a big issue in the country, and also there's lime over there that can be used in the production of cement and other industrial uses. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do now like or share or pass your comment to this discussion. Just add your voice, we will follow up and give you all the updates that are coming up on these issues. Please subscribe, like or share, send it to your family and friends, get them out there to join the campaign to fight against the destruction of natural environment and natural scenery, and more specifically on Atewa, which is currently the issue now. Thank you. It's Ntgc notes for you, and we will do our best to always bring you all that you need to know. Thank you. Ntgc. Thank you. Bye.
Every day, me two gold bauxite, nama say asase, me kunwa me kenya, nama say riase, me sikani birei, me two